guys, how you doing? Look where we are. We're still in Tarifa. We're right on the water. We're out for a hike. Ready to explore. Find something. Leaving the mansion, the El Estrecho, and the village proper. And we're cruising this way. So, join me. Tell you a couple stories and you can enjoy the walk with me. Now, there was a more dangerous way. If you saw my other video, you saw where I was cutting down. I figured, you know what? Let me look at this route. Not to mention, I wanted to see what this park is all about that people are allowed to walk through. So that's what we're doing. This beautiful countryside. It's interesting. It's like when I was out this morning, and I was out for my walk and got beaten up by the rain. A couple things came to mind. One, look how green it is here. Like, you can't tell me that they don't get rain. Plus, I watched the front move across, which just reinforced that. But what I say is, it's interesting being here in the countryside because you feel like I feel like I'm whisked back to the Mazzarias in the southern part of Italy, or just different day trips I've done around the world, and you're just like, here you go. Here's countryside. It's not always the city, folks. Not always the city. I was trying to think to myself, why is it so muddy? And then I remembered the thunderstorm that rolled across this morning, that I had to get out of bed to close my windows. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. Wow. Now look at this. We're going to cut that way, but I love how you can just kind of slide over here. You can just slide right up. And look at the view. Wow. Now there is the trail that cuts down, as we said, and I can see it from here. I just trying to figure out how to get to it without being a goat. I'm about to swing down, but I want to show you guys this. This fence is cracking me up. This looks like something that I would have done as a kid, where I would have just taken some sticks and, well, maybe not barbed wire, but the point is, I like the use of natural resources. It looks like someone just kind of like cut branches from a tree, and then we're like, plop, we're going to put these down, and that'll be good enough. Hey, if it works, it works. Well, I followed these runners thinking this was the way to go. I think I like my old route better, but hey, it's prettier. Here, you guys can pretend that you went running today as we scale down this hill. Oh, jeez. Looks like an old horse trail. So, as you enjoy the picturesque route, where I just found a wrecked boat. Look at that. Can you see it? Alright. So anyway, I was going to tell you, usually I don't talk about these things because I haven't had anything new to talk about lately about this, but I did publish a new book on the 16th, on my brother's anniversary of his passing. Kind of did it on purpose for the timing, but I did write back in the earlier this year, which was really cool for a variety of reasons. Some of you might be familiar with the fact that, like, I published, well, now it's 19 books, and over the last 20 years, actually. And at this point, I'm self-published because, honestly, it's easier. And when I feel like a book is ready or ready enough, you just release it to the world. But this one is a nonfiction piece, and it basically focuses on my debt-free journey. And, I mean, it took a while for me to kind of figure out how to live within my means. But now, as you see, I travel vlog quite a bit. Which way do you guys want to go? You want to go this way or this way? This way. All right. So, you guys don't pick good trails. We'll go the other way. So anyway, this book, I basically just focus on like where I accrued in debt over the years, how I was like everyone else, mainly in the United States, those middle class people who live off their credit cards to support the life that they don't have, travel when they can't, and all that stuff. And I talk about car payments, that stupidity. Wow, very pretty. And in addition to the car payments, the real cost of owning a house versus student loans, and that debacle, maybe a scam for some depending on your major. So just follows things that I've done and how I got out of, if you don't count my house debt, like $109,000, maybe $110,000 worth of debt, and as a teacher. And if you count the house, like, I don't know, $240,000. Point is, found a way through, and now I'm, I won't say living my best life, but I'm certainly living a life within my means so that I can explore the world and see things. And now, I will say too, originally I wrote the book because I was going to have it as part of my website for like personal finance coach. I'd done some training for it, and I thought it would be authentic. I thought it'd be more authentic if I shared my journey, just so that people could relate while I offered my services as a coach. Still kind of debating on the coaching angle, but I was happy to write the book regardless of what happens with it. And in the meantime, I'm writing other stuff. I'm going through another draft of my Brindisi and Me book, which is a memoir of me teaching in Brindisi for 2 years and what it was like living in the southern part of Italy. Yeah. And when that's done, I've also been writing different trips I took before the vlogging took over, or more like the old vlogging channel, when I was in Poland. I will be returning to fiction pieces. That's my bread and butter. But it's still good to be writing right now. But hey, back to the trail. You don't need to hear about me trying to pimp out a book. Without intentionally doing so, I appear to be close to overtaking a group of people, which is kind of ironic since I'm filming, and usually it takes a little bit more time for me to do that. But so we'll take a moment, let them walk, check out the view right here. Look at this. It's really beautiful. I wonder what it's like here in the summertime, or more in the height of tourist season. But it kind of makes me laugh though too as I walk this trail, because I'm thinking of like during the pandemic in New Hampshire specifically, because that's where I was living at the time. It really made me laugh because I remember, and you probably remember this too, where like all the local governments are like, as long as you stay away from people, You can go outside. In fact, we want you to get outside. We want you to get some fresh air. So it's like every frickin' person and their friend decided it was time to go hiking. And I did not hike. I went for drives, where I usually would go for drives. But anyway, it was comical. Look at this right here. Maybe a bunker. Maybe. Old house. Look at this. We got a beach. Look at that. Whoa. I was kidding about the bunker, but yeah, we really do have a bunker. Actually, it makes more sense as I see it. So anyway, so I'd be going for these drives through like Mount Washington Forest, the New Hampshire White Mountains, and you see just I've never seen so many cars in my entire life parked out on the side of the road trying to go for these popular hikes. But here's the caveat. They weren't New Hampshire people. They were Rhode Island plates, Massachusetts plates, Vermont, New York, California. So all these people, under the ruse of saying that they had to go for hikes, left the area where they were supposed to be, like, more confined, if you will. So anyway, reason why I bring it up, as I see like a group of people up ahead taking a breather, which kind of sucks. It reminds me of those crowds. So I passed the pandemic group as we look at this beautiful outhouse right here that looks out right out onto the water. Perfect, huh? I'm afraid if we stop and use the outhouse, it's not really an outhouse. They'll overtake us, so we have to keep going. It's safer. So I'm curious, for people that are watching, has anyone been on this hike before? Who has walked from Tarifa to, I was going to call it Algiers. It's not Algeria. I don't know. Starts with an A. But the only reason why I'm going this way is because I heard there's some cows. And frankly, I need some cows in my life. It's true. It's true. Got a little radar tower up there. Probably to see if anyone from Morocco is making their way. Alright, I gotta practice my Spanish here. I don't know what the cows are gonna respond to. Are you supposed to do moo with like an accent? How does this work? I'm debating about waiting for those people because that looks like a big bull. Big black bull. Good old matador. Right in front of me. I am not wearing red today to help myself. Interesting. How does this work exactly? I don't know what to do, guys. See how this area looks like it's been washed out? And then I guess if you go straight, but you go right past the guards. And when I say the guards, I mean the bovine ilk. As Robert Frost had that famous cow poem that said, "The cow is a bovine ilk, one end moo, the other milk." I'm concerned. It's pretty, but I'm concerned if it's worth the hassle. Very pretty. Did see some cyclists up there. I slowed down so the people behind me could catch up, so I won't be the only one. But I do want to make a comment. If anything happens to me, hey, this is for my nephew, Cade. This is what it means to really hang out with the Spanish cows. It's funny. They're telling their dogs to stay. If I ever knew a place for an ambush, it's this. we appear to have befriended the cows. They are letting me pass unscathed. I haven't seen the people yet. I'm trying to figure out if they've gotten attacked by the cows or not. The trail goes up that way and swings around. I'm going to go down. I like to look at the water in person, so that's what we're going to do. I don't know a safe way to do this, but we'll figure it out, won't we? Maybe this way? And then slide down. I'll see you at the bottom. Full disclosure, I think it's a lot easier going up than down. I was trying to figure out a way where I could do it gracefully. There's not a graceful way. Granted, I didn't slide my tuchus down, but anyway. It's funny, I'm watching the people. You can see them up there right above me. I spotted a fisherman over here. So I'm not alone, if that helps for you people that are concerned about my well-being. For you Karate Kid 2 fans, this right here reminds me of the scene when Daniel's son is chasing, what was her name? Kyoko? And they start the song, "But I am the man who will fight for your honor." You guys know it. I'll be the man who will fight. Never mind, I don't feel like singing today. But anyway, this reminds me of it. Look at that. Interesting spot. Oh, God. So, where's my fisherman? Where does this go? Should we just walk out on this? Well, my adventuring spirit is coming to an end. I think what happens is I realize I'm by myself and I have to be careful. Although I just spotted 2 more people taking selfies up there, so clearly I'm not completely by myself. I am down here though on the water. But I'm going to head back into town. I think I need to go find some ice cream. Alright, 5th, 6th, 7th time is a charm. We're going to the church. One more time. I mean, I really need ice cream, but this seems to be a priority. We got shut out, and it's just not right. So here we go. It's a conspiracy. They just don't want me to have fun. I don't know about you sitting at that church. I feel like I'm watching these people just go over there right now, so that I don't think they noticed that I tried the door. Yeah. That's good. It makes me feel better that they had the same results. I thought maybe it would open up for them being limited. Ice cream. Ice cream. So here's a really cool pastry shop I'm walking by. But I'm not in the mood for pastries. I really do enjoy seeing more and more people go up to the door to go pay their respects to the church, and no one can get in. Alright, I saw an ice cream place this morning when I was exploring. It's so funny too, so even at 8 o'clock this morning, this place was dead. But now at 1 o'clock, it's a happening spot. Alright, look at this. I was successful. Literally walking by the exact spot. You wouldn't even know it. Right next to Little Secret. You see Little Secret, which I'm pointing? Is La Golosa. So this is where we got this. So I got 2 scoops for $4.50. That's really good, actually. It's proper. Yes. Success. Who cares about church? Got ice cream. Now, if that place hadn't worked, there's this place right here with Fragola, which has waffles, which I walked by because it reminded me of breakfast places that a friend of mine would definitely want to go into. But this is working. I feel successful for once. And I wanted to point out, in case you didn't notice this, in this town, it's like some of these places are very, very small. So you have to be very careful and look for the signs. Otherwise, you miss out on delicious treats. So we really should be ending this because you don't want to really see my ice cream face, but you're still with me and we're on Invalid Street. We'll go this way. I'll show you something. You go down the street. You could go that way, but you won't. Instead, you take a right. And what you'll find is a bunch of little restaurants over here on the side. Restaurants, bars. Look at them, see? Setting up right over here. I just realized I probably look like a lunatic. I got this melting thing right here. It's all over my face. And I didn't grab a napkin. And again, you just kind of take a left. You walk a little bit more. Again, without you even knowing, there's all these little shops. This is a clothing store right here. I think on my first walkthrough with you guys, I kind of missed the point. Like, look at this. This is a little bar. But you can't really see with the way I'm filming it, but there's a pig on it. And then you walk a little bit farther. There's a little square. Well, it's not a square, but it opens up. More restaurants. Clothing. It's really a cute town. And I believe, due to the religious reference here, I wonder if this was an old church. Right now it's a restaurant. So it's cool. And now I'm going to call it a day. Go back and rest for a bit. I'm stopping on this spot, though, because of Reyes. Quick little story. Doesn't really matter to anyone, but I'll share with you anyway. Little connection. So that name, the Reyes family name. My first real serious girlfriend, her father was Cuban, but they had Spanish bloodlines. That was their last name. So, little name, little story, little connection. Can you hear the violin? I just used water from the street to wipe. I think I got everything. I can't tell. Anywho, I didn't bring my phone with me. But I just realized I want to show you one more thing before we go. I know. All these bonus materials. So we got the square behind me. Can't miss it. But we're going to go up here. A bar, the Flamingo. Now, where we are is actually, I don't know, I think it's the town square. I found this yesterday. We're not alone, little puppy. Hi, cutie. I just like it because it's a cute park. Nice big bushes. And I can't tell the semblance of this fountain over here, which is what I wanted to end this on. First, I'll show you the library. But here's this fountain. Look carefully at the fountain from here. It's surrounded by Frenchmen. And then there's a duck in the middle. Is there a reason for that? Is that trying to tell us a greater story of France and Spain and the eternal struggle? Or am I reading into it too much? Who knows? Alright. Gotta go. See you next time.